Last week, you're discussing code of occultic anagram. That was what we discussed. And I called the Bible side, me ma wuti ase se ye ka nyansa kasa sebe eka kasa efra ne ntoma eka nimdie mu kasa ne etumi so di niama sisi wo na me de menorah Star of David ni edin cross symbols ni bi no ene Eye of Horus ni ade no me de kire wo se ni nyina sisi wo a eka kasa nanso so no esi honom na se wonte symbol na se wonte kasa na se saa na kasa ni bi so wo honom a ye se ohini bi aka nkyini egu obi ada ne nsani mfa so nananom afre obi eno so ye kasa ye fira ne ntoma a sebe se eye ade a wondo esukọ wo saa kasa ni mu a ne kasa koa ne na bebusem no ebeye din ama wo sa wo bete ase na me de the parables a ewo Bible num no any scriptures ni bebre e de ye mfato ho e de ma wo se ye kasa Yesu ewu asore na wakotena eja ne nsani mfa so a me ma wo te ase se all the dogma ni all the principles ni rules ni regulations ni groupings ni ade ni na eye operation a what the left hemisphere ni mu represented the synthetic world and me ma wo te ase se saa so na se bibia ye consciousness na enye groupings ne ne keka ka ho a eno ye the operation of the right hemisphere ba bia na Yesu te e wa agya nsani mfa so no ana ma wo te ase se ehonom no ehu eni ho ena onye papa e wa abonten no nkoye boni wo sumase ohu ne ho de obehu ne ho wo ne bedroom se oye no saa no bepese obeye wo nipa ani so because at that point now we operate with the right hemisphere no not consciously no why you fool ascension and life and soul is a priority to you until you find it difficult to hurt your fellow somebody because who obi asa or your other version and running comma last week ni ye di na ye bepon na me ka kire said this week ni ye beto asa nkomo no so na no de ye nkofa Bible ana religious symbols any scriptures mum na mum ye beko no purely occultic symbols eniama occult fo ni di sisi ho na se wonyo obi a wuti bibi ase a wontumi nti ase na wanti ase na wo ye de a wo ye no enu na bedi wunya me ma wote ase se Bible na enye newspaper inti no enya de event bi ewo mu no esi wo ba bia obesoma journalist so omunko no omunko cover no ombe kan kire bibi ewo mu bia ye parable say ye event no ma kire wo mu a yes ye event eno nye graphic but ye event a esi ya ewo meaning ana say eye symbolic eno na last week no me no discussing ti ende no ye be hwe anagram of the Mona Lisa ye paintings no ye paintings obi a hold in high esteem me call France me call Paris 100 times me call visit some honomo no 100 times why because said they are na yetete niama na ade no nti na se wo kɔ hɔ a wo so kɔ hwe bi mo amwo France ni na mbetumi akɔhwe na dia mo experience ni ne mo nsusu ye mo no so no akɔhwe dada betumi atwero e wo comment section hɔ ti e behwe Mona code na afa ya hwe say if Jesus is also anadromosa se onye anadromosa no ya anadromosa edenti e na omo ye Yesu sa one Mona Lisa paintings no connection bi wo hɔ ana ye bekɔ akɔhwɛ eno na afa ye didi aba fom ne ya ba behwɛ se na enya asɛm a nanka ye behwɛ die enti a people nso so pe the same sex but ɛhɔ no eduru hɔ a mehwɛ se meka ana menka last week our background teachings on the anagram of religious rituals took us deeper into religious symbolism. And we were not able to come to the occult side of the class. But today we are here because we catch it last week and then the occult side. Now that we have grabbed a lot of understanding from religious traditions, let's go straight to the occultism side of the argument. Do you know anyone called Mona? So we will be your friend Mona. Ubetumi afrene so omehwe episode na nani di abam. How about Lisa? So woni mo bi omo frene Lisa so a ubetumi afrene so omehwe episode we say bi onti ni di na se a ebi a episode we be ko na wie ye no obete ase. Some also call their children the full name Mona Lisa. Omo di bom ma omo. Minim Nigerian actress bi a omo frene Mona Lisa Chinda. Wa hwe na wo ye yi bia wonim no. Tell me about how you know someone with such names. in the comment section. So wadam for ani suban te saying na ni niama yo ete saying betumi atwero wo comment section ho. And please don't forget to share the video with them. So when you will be a friend Mona Lisa, share the video with them. And then year to also quotes and occultism anagrams na year last week in no year to also. I know your pastors are watching the show. I know they are watching the show. Yeni momo. Put this link in your church group and run away. O tap it link in the two church group. No way Johnny. I one day when Johnny cry on bed later until they still put it there for them to watch. Enti abusia last week he message and one year to us to bet me a friend who Sunday spiritual sermon echi aso esim fra wo so for why ka chen so obehwe this month no be double wo tight obeba fast no aba abehwe no akwa ababiom. Yo abusia nanso so ye kwesi ade bio me man krankra bia akwaba at the bad time with Maame Grace Jumedie kase yi eso edin ameje so our platform we so a prettiest preacher. Call me Maame Grace, in fact call me anything. I welcome you to another great episode. Today we are discussing anagram of the Mona Lisa. Me ne wa komua last week no ye to aso. I will say it blatantly and boldly before we even begin. The Mona Lisa artwork is not just a beautiful drawing by the artist Leonardo da Vinci. It is an occult anagram. I catch the way is straightforward. Me fan kon wan baby ah. Say what you say, say won't you say, and I'm a catch on. In occultism, anagrams are used to hide the real meaning of certain words, to still do those rituals at the blind side of the public. Africans' biggest problem. Biggest problem. Enyama ye na ye nim no obi ye ne ye bi enu na ekum ye. An anagram, as you all know, is when words are hidden by mixing the letters up. For example, Maame Grace. If some ye rituals bi ana me create bibi na se me pese me manipulate wa na me friend say emam ekag. When you see the word emam ekag, then na hu. Chiro wo comment section wo na ase e kire sen. When you see emam ekag, then na hu ase e kire sen ye beto aso. If you see emam ekag, it sounds different, but it's an anagram of my name, Maame Grace. And so me kotro we gu baby bibi hu sesi ana me bisa mo ase e kire sen a e be ti say me ka bibi at the name at the end of the day ye medina na maye no anagram nti say ya de a medin no medi bibi boso na etumi ma mu nyina mo hwehwe ase wa sorry da mu a I would mean come Maame Grace no na me nka bosom kro ni din na wahu eno ane say meye anagram of the name na afemi de abegina asore ho na meka na mo jeso na ade na famu nyina wo ho se beku nipa na eku nipa wo ho samwahu aniama e wo ho no ehu but yenti bibi aseso a na ye because bibi e efe bia e obibini ife. Therefore, if I have a ritual in my name and I want to actuate that ritual but hide it from the public, I can just use the anagram of my name, and that is it. Because edino masesa no nti wumpo wunim se me na wusi wo no wo so nko masesa no maye no emam ekag wo wanhwempo abeka se nyame bi amrane na mebo. So do you think Tigari is the anagram of Dagati? Nyanka hwi ba ko pe na makan ufo se Tigari eye Dagati e na omo ai mano anagram aye ne sa na. Do these have any common spiritual symbolism? Because Tigari is obi enim so ofisirem ana me bodam. So we Dagati ni na mesra wa hobrase kwanso wo firisirem na wo ye Dagati ni a na wo this history na bra na wo ne yembeche. Please, if you come from the north and you are Dagati or you are knowledgeable about the Tigari spiritism, get in touch. Let's unpack this mystery on my show, because Tigari any Dagati, is it anagram? Yes. So now that you have a fair grasp of my editorial and you know where we are going, let's move. Say what you say, Mama we dini bi na mabubo bi mama wehu. When you take the image of the Mona Lisa and see how it has been discussed as the most perfect artwork and the best drawing in the world, ask yourself, what is so magical about that drawing? What is so magical about that drawing? Because me hu ne ho efe na nimu ye over no se ne ho ofe me hu nti wodi na hu. There is nothing too extra about it to me. But is that all? Se bibia ni ho ye extra e dey na ema attract attention like that. Eno na mpese ye. Everybody loves the Mona Lisa. Obia pesa Mona Lisa be the atonyo ajo Mona Lisa aro Mona Lisa. Just people like it. E dey be important in e wo. But when you look at the artwork, what do you see? So what's your artwork? What do you see? I think the only thing you see is just a painting. And for me, there is nothing too extra about it, truthfully. Because I visited the place multiple times. But and also me who she in the next say why na esi ana. Me share the same me who am share the other side. I cannot count the number of times you've heard about the name Mona Lisa and seen it in the news, movies, magazines, and big chapels. Everywhere you go, Mona Lisa. Oh, I didn't hear. What is it? But what is so unique about this painting that the original is the most expensive art piece in the world? I want to say just a few baby question because I share the physically. Now who be unique be about it. I feel the na say wo wechi. Say who be unique about bibi. Na nipa bope so e wo hɔ sebe ade ni make sense so kura na mo bope so a wo ye nyansani a wo wechi. Na afi wo behwe ade no mienu ekire ni anim na afi wo du nyansa na ibewuram ahwe se de na nkrofo yi ye omo akata so. Ye ha de ye follow the masses. Ye nima ni say aha nipa dɔɔso. Oh, platform we nipa hwe. Oh, platform we asɔre we nipa dɔɔso. Oh, adwuma we nipa wom na obi ekɔ. But ye nhwe say nipa ekɔ na make sense say ye check eno enka ho. Have you thought about it? The enti ye so special na ne boy din na kyese ba bia wo befa bia ewo hobby. Now, there are some of the ancient of olden days anadromous activations that you and I may not know. You understand? Nyamani bi wa said da ho a mi hu ade bi na ko bi fie na esi ho. Na me share na me bisa nipa ne say ade we unya ne we. Na o ka kire me baby oto na me bisa nsenti edenti na woto sa de we na udi besi ofie no se ohu ye no onimu mpo na enya ne fe bata attracted no e na otoye so wo ba mi onim se me pa artifact pa mi fie ni ba bia studio ho kra wo ba be hu a lot of artifacts wase any paintings I like them but ukọ ba bia uto ade ne keke na wo de abo ana symbol na ya draw ade de so no ti ase. And now you just bought it because memory fee bibi onipa ye bibi na influence no na de kwa influence nipa na ema na hoɔden from the etheric mo de bibi ba ha no saa de na influence nipa ne ba ye no e wo share e wo influence no ode many panim because don't forget there are a lot of energies and beings who want to be here. But they don't want to reduce themselves into obi obema kwan ada ne hu bia bibia tumi wure ne mu eyuso no na mo wo a wo kɔ no it was so efiri ha. Now, according to most scholars, the Mona Lisa holds a mystical status that only the gifted can unpack it. So today we are doing it right here. Seminya anke be bibia so aye mo ba bibi ba ku sei ka obi kura kodwom na okoto ade a obenim de obeto obehu ne awonto minya ya ba ye beduru ho. Now let's look at Mona code. The Mona Lisa is an anadromous activation occult chant where male and female energy is brought into the physicality. Sa Mona Lisa. Remember my editorial on how some musicians use these same anadromous rituals in their work. I think that was 2 weeks ago on Spiritual Hour. It's good now you know what an anadromous ritual is. Me explainino in toto was Spiritual Hour. Me ma wote ase said dia omoka ana na app in Greek language. Omoka dromosa na kire say running. Me no wo ye we na wa wan hwe sa episode no ubetumi akwa akohwe so that ubenya full mystery no ana full message no. One day I will gather them to teach you about how the anadromous ritual is being activated with sexuality in modern days and why some rich top billionaires prefer the same relationship in secret. I don't know, Mecca, but yet now, because I'm not coming to do anything shallow here, so may take me time. How are enkrofoni bi any ebinumo da omu to me omu ehunhum ka omu de ehun. In fact, the entire have sex po enumpo kire sen na fe ya ba bekwe the entire enkrofo bi prefer same sex in secret. Adam ho den beba no mega da courage because we the mechanics say at this time they are lawu. I don't have the feeling to share that wisdom yet. Even now, most of the top leaders of these occult societies are pleading with me to hide some of the secret from public knowledge because some of you hate the wisdom. Inti omo de omo bu omo ho. So omo de omo no be kasa nyansa kwan so no watete ti bi so. Omo nka se mfa mba o. Omo tetete so na so ni nipa no so. Na eduru ba bi a wudi egum. Inti na sometimes ya na ye misen kan krofo bi on be exit platform no. But yenye group inti ye open for obia, but we will get there. They think you people are playing with the deep knowledge I'm sharing. Eyampa so. Se nya mumpo a enkrofo ni bi. O ka afim we anadromos ye enche betu atese. Muka ya no na ke na ba bia sankpata. Me can steam me ayawaska whoo. Sa ntino you shut for some time. But one day we will go there. That day will come that I will talk about those who have male and female organs, both organs like hermaphrodites. Omo sankrofo no yebeka omo asem what they represent, why they are like that. Any niyama omo betumi aye ni niyama omo ebetimi asey. One day yebeka ho asem na mabosu ye bi mu so betumi afa akọ. Na fe so yaba beka omo so same sex no. Omo so die ntia omo yesa ba bi omo fi ni ade omo betumi drive di omo betumi aye ni ye ni omo betumi ase no eno so eya yebeka including those who do threesome eno so wo meanings bi ana. It's a serious thing one day yebeka but enyende. But let's continue unpacking the Mona Lisa. Mama eno na ye topic ende but makachro say one day biribi do yebeka. It's all part of anadromos intini yebeba honomo one day. The image of the Mona Lisa is an embodiment of an art piece that is supposed to have a male and female hidden identity to activate the energy of anadromos in physicality. Nkrofo wo nyansa wo nkrofo wo nimde a omudi ye niama na omo wo nimde a ombetumi aye bibi esi ho na wo fure bibi obi wedding ring bi a symbols na ewo ho no wo fa na wo de hye na seye anadromos signs ni ya twere gu mu na wo hye a untumi recognize ukunu untumi humble aware ni begu nanso ye to rings na sigils na ewo ho no we don't care ye wo big problem but a time will come out bibia be stable enti Mona Lisa painting na ewo ho no mo no eye symbol carry these two images and as I said these two energies. How? I will explain. Where is this occult understanding coming from? Some way na make an if okay, let's take the name and analyze it first. Ebinum wo ho omo di achinye ti ba din ni mu no ya ba hwehwe din ni ewi a na fe ya to aso afiri ho sa wo ba gi atum say ye energies mienu no na ya kan abom na si ho any idea activate anadromous energy no enunti na nkrofo body so because udi wani sha there is nothing special about it but yenye ni yenhwe ni ewi aye de abeduru Jesus so ni ahwe ne ewo ho hwe you people should go back a little bit na momfa ne amabi nto fom na monhwehwe mu yie na afa yenti ne amabi ase anya saa de aye activate ni frequency ni de beba yeso na bia na yentumi anya ho hwe o minua. The name Mona Lisa. Mona is a word that is common in occultism. It is used very frequently and almost all around people who are in one way or the other involved in Gnostic rituals. Mona they are common to them. But the meaning ye in fact, Mona ya coining wo baby a obi e chante a oni mana. So a grandfather can name his grandchild Mona, not for fun. A lot of people are in this occultic group and they understand knowledge and understand symbols and understand anagram. So on father name bebo boy. Inti na sa oka kire obi se ni kunu ye occult nti onja na ware na nipa ni ja ware na sebe fache mimi hu nyansa ewom. Baby a obi wo bi ewi ahyeren wo ho. Baby a ewi ahyeren wo ho. So we dwane se wote we ewi ahyeren wo ho. The right thing must be done. Tuja ware na ade nkola ni dwane ko no won change nothing. There may be also people who just like the name and take it. Obi so ho obi din na ye ne de. Obi wo kra ne girlfriend bi oja no, obi obo ano, no tam ne din no de bole ne so se baya. Wona na de no te se aniama we asinti o se osamampa. Ene yeto na bedin sesi sa aniama ni hobium se din ni ye de na eso a ne yatam ne ye de abole ye din no so ne ye ko eno a na egu ha no mo a ye ne sa. But those who are around occultism usually use the common word Mona because omote ase mewie no beti ase de enti omote ase. Mona is an anagram for Ammon. That's the meaning. Medika ye anagram amedi medi ne ye ma inti no Ammon no maye ni Mona. Evil. Lived. Makacho said lived. Eye evil. Medika chire we nyina niama ni bi omo aye na anagram e wo Bible mu se cho bebre. But enye ho na meko nti wo de mu yemfa nu emfansi ha no mo ansa. Obu wo edin na ye ne de kakra keke no watam no de amane ba but omo a omo nim ade no omo nim ne enti omo de a particular name ebe ma omo ba na Ammon no omo te ase because omo te ase. In Egyptian mythology, Ammon is the first of the 8 elementals that existed before creation began. Afeso wahu baby ankrofo we omo wo hwe baby a wugina na Peter say and Paul say, and John say, oh, maybe I will munam. Ammon is known in occultism as the hidden one. That element, that was the name, the hidden one. In later days, it was upgraded with Ra to form Ammon-Ra, the sun god. And amen, and amen, and Jesus is the son of God, and amen, and amen. You people are worshiping the 8th element too. Mobuafu and ya Mona Lisa Mona enunie. So Mona is the hidden name of Ra inside the Mona Lisa drawings no eye Ra and omude na shemu ho no. You can make your research. Naming your child Mona or having a pet named Mona is equivalent to dedicating that person or animal to that deity in divine sacrifice. Oh, hear me. So that the fruit of that spiritual exercise will come to you. This is an occult dark secret. Enti omo de so omo toto se di no omo nim ni omo yo bawo. A Kristo nti umpe wukuro mu din no. E fra u belao, se wo mpe da. Upe grace. Allah. Oh he ba akpopo. Grace ni kura mpo de se ye. Ye kakra. Aname wadam. So this is it. Inti occult people are so knowledgeable that Bibi omu ye bi omu nye ne track e omu nsori tra nko jones are like that. No. So what oba no mo na wo Google Google na hwe meaning of Mona na omu de ma wo Google no. Why? Na fe hwe de aye ka ne he na fa bobo ani. Google doesn't know you. Minua. Google onimu wo. Na wa ba be kan wa bra bomu nsem agu ho no mu. Enti a da bia wusi o Google Google wana zodiac sign ena de ena wo de baba obra to aso. So when you call your child Mona without understanding the meaning in esoteric terms, that's what you are likely referring to. Ofre wo ba no Amon Ra. Sun God. Words are spells. I have done this. I have given an editorial on this called the Grimoire by Maame Grace. So one sha na unim say words spells are. Pacho we are obetumi akogugo Grimoire by Maame Grace. Now watch sa episode no so that obeti sa de we acid pa. After this video, search for it and watch it. It is educational, especially for children to understand the words and what spells they activate. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. Words are spell. O se yankwati asem no ambo bibi biara ye boye. Words are spell. Dia obeka bia obi wo ho ka kire obi se ube. Enu nti na me say, men pushi asem emfiri nipa yam. Engina ni tiri me beba straight. Embo nipa na ono ankasa so okasa no. So don't just name your child Mona because it's a beautiful name. The audio bana tumuni occult grandmaster na ono wato ne bane sa onim ni oye. I'm not saying Mona is a demonic name. No, minkasa ba me kire wo say obefa sekan na obehu se nanim ni nachi ni na se wodi twa ade a wahu ba bia wodi betwa na life are easy enu ti na meka we kire wo na menka se a demonic name. No mo bia nkoje ma no nkosi bone. All I'm saying is know where you are going before you take a step. Ade bia wo ye bia make sure sa wote ase enu pe na ye protection bia wo wi ase a wo hia se wote ade na se na wo ye enu na wo be firi mafi wate ase wahwehwe mu nyina huniye ansa na wo ye. Names are not just names ye mfredin keke. They activate spells and charms. Ti wona na se obatampa ene yeto na badin ti ye nananom na omo nsese din ekwanchen din emfa nyo omba frɛ na na asempa osagefo donko una ukoba anto ba mo papa wu a no mu tutu din osagefo ose ade ayo no mu tutu din because they no mu vibration ni frequency no ase ba ye de yi ye fa mo na ye de afam abofra no so ona Lisa na ye de afam abofra no so Lisa na ye de afam abofra no so ubisa papa ne sa de nti na woto ba Lisa o se din ni ye mede. This is where we are. Obroni ba ye no besesa awudin no ono kra wakoso damages dan bibia. Therefore you need to understand these things. Asama America no. Understand that secret societies want to hide a lot of things from the public visibility. Inye bibia no mo person behu. Your term symbol na no they at all. The same thing they've done to Bible and all the religious books. Yes, who abekwa akware 70 wives and virgins and you are rejoicing. You don't want to understand say yes symbolic. And that's the 9 chakras no ewo body ni mu no eno na wo beye na akọ right hemisphere no na wo heaven no. Human beings don't understand this. Enti onipa dasani create torchlight won moma so to wu ode ahwe kwan so obibini arabo fo no ma ya ade no kro moma so nya tuntum nti so what's up wo de yin say tuntum dada nti say tuntum ne e ma light asenka wo de ohunam ina be so light no need. Hey arawo ti bibia si ansa na waye na because niam bebre wo hono ma wo kitakora wo nima de koro. That is why they are called secret societies. They invest in hidden mysteries and secrets. Omo hwehwe niam mu no omo hu occult person bia ni wa obeye ade keke because ye ne fa na ye ne de owo hu nimde ansa na obeye we ni ye mfa nka ya bra bo hu da e na ama ye ebre. How many times we be business egu? How many times? You don't even know. the esa woye, any the ancestor woye, any in and die. So what you may see and call your children Mona may be an activating point for someone's rituals. I feel what is here. Niama bebre wo hwe ha yen ayen hwehwe niama mu ye na wo ye maame nom de omode ye we can't blame them because now all this knowledge na enye open nti na e secret society ni mu. Now no, all this knowledge are out. You prefer to use your data for gossip instead of learning. Nti untumi blame obi for ade a ebeto untumi da. In the secret society, when they use the phrase Mona in any ritual, they are just activating Ammon. This is what they are doing. If we are saying hana yete no, bibia any babia eya adisia, nimdie any suehunu. Ade ebetumi age wo nkwa ewo wi ase na maboso ama wo. Adisia nimdie any suehunu. Eno na ye the greatest weapon ever. Ubetumi di age wa wo. Now, let's move to unpack Lisa. Afe when Mona no say Ammon Ra, the sun god. Or no, and ye Mona no. Afe now let's look at Lisa. I know you may have wives, sisters, and daughters called Lisa. Lisa de madam me baba kokra down for the Lisa. It is not a bad thing. Just know your path. The American na say, Bibi anya boni o. Bibia minimo obi mu a omokonom DDT so omokonom aku omo because of yare bi omonom ye ne yare ni ekoye obi so nom ye ewuye omo we duro bi omo fra na kokora be bobo onipa dasani nom a omene ewo na we ni mu ahwe nye no ba wo bie so na wo digu nkate mu ni ade mu siwa okura hwe a obewu so onipa nom gu ne yem na roba ne se ye no me nane ana e ka ye yem saa ti ewiase we no eniama waha, just know what you are doing. Not just say follow because obi ye nti wo so wo ye do beko. Ye do be sacrifice. I in the say mama wehu Mona no de no afi ye hwe Lisa so. It is not a bad thing. Just know your part makachiro. In occultism, when you see the letter L, anato so obehu the word li, anato so say le, they vibrate with the same frequency. Tienye. El is the same as Elohim, and it stands for the spirits and entities of the gates of either heaven or hell. Say, are you clear? Am I? El stands for angels who have either fallen or not fallen. That is why the letter L or L doesn't stand alone. Something is always attached to it. So Elohim means angels of the unfalling gates or heaven, the divine council. That is the meaning of Elohim. There are many angels with the name that end with L. Yes, and I know you are aware. Na angel, and an angel, and an angel. And they with what? So, L in Lisa is an indication of a divine spirit or celestial spirit. Straightforward. So, the Isa stands for Isis. Uko say Israel, Isis, ne Elohima, omubube funtimenka. Israel, ubehu Isis, no wehu Raum, but menkashi, pamucho, ikomenim. So that is the meaning. The Lisa no, ubehu angels womb, na fe waba behu Isis womb, ubi enim Isis, anaunim Isis. So Lisa is Isis of the heavens. That's the symbolism in occultism, and you can ask any grandmaster. I'm talking about true Gnostic grandmasters, not the ones walking around. Lisa is an anagram for the Egyptian god Isis, the great mother and goddess of healing and miracles. So Isis, ye painti picture bisi say Isis obruni ntoda because of your bosom. But ye tie sika kese ye koto Mona Lisa painting akotale ye den. Ye tie sika kra akɔhwɛ me ma akɔbisa tie akɔhwɛ saa. Ini mi baby a before no aduro kwa ye de be tua yen. Say the be kwa ha yen so a. Say the be my spaghetti mi nim aduro ko mo de be my anom. So Mona Lisa painting is an occultic representation of two powerful Egyptian deities that have been the basis of all religions of the world. Amun-Ra and Isis. Oh, amen. Amen. Israel de makasa amanaye nti ukase Amun-Ra and Isis are simple Mona Lisa. This is it. Abusuya na ma breaking it down amawi. The union on a single image in a painting means you are activating the energy of anadromos in two powerful celestial powers. There's nothing different. There is nothing. This is the reason. Because somebody was able to sit in the right hemisphere to create this. And attracted a lot of things. Male and female deities into one ritual. Mona Lisa. So Mona Lisa is not just a fancy name for a beautiful daughter. It is an activation point for an anadromous power by combining two deities. Sanyama we won. Asemo we yachira munka simple obiye yusu for the freedom. Marita nanka miso me saving me BP unso wanya mfaso ma me nko ade we mpo amika anadromos ene Mona Lisa wo de opa hwe. Ombe wa ho te se jeni we etwe ne sere ne abasa. Edinyo ko bisa wo mpo a wo beka se o konise ni na ye ko because at the end of the day the people are many. Yenso ya bombrewa. Enso so onam he koka. Onam he koka so konfo ko. What makes the Mona Lisa more powerful is the ability of the painter to hide both male and female features into one to create a mystery ritual. Ebi ani da ho. Tina make a choice say hu ye. So hu say ya chro topic no e wo ho team ni da sori yi ni so no mo ya ahwe ni ye wan sho abekwa koku ono a oye no onim de oye na make a ye wo two different people e wo religious bodies ni mu ye won crofo bi wo no ma entities are using them but they are not aware. Any ye won crofo ni bi won so mo no mo akoji bibi no mo de ye. They are all there. All the spiritual people, everybody, there is something somewhere. So just know what you are going to confront. Know your path before you make any step or any move. So you don't go and get static in anything you cannot correct. They are making in a enunye. Enye bibia na make sa the day sa obinyan senye. Whoever has the original Mona Lisa has the first occult anagram of both Isis and Amun-Ra. That is Mona Lisa. Is there a reason why they draw Jesus like a girl with a long hair? Because in church, they said we should cover our hair. So why is Jesus having long hair? Is there a reason for that? Are they trying to activate anadromous energy in him? What makes such a ritual more powerful is the repetition. Anytime people think of the Mona Lisa or call the name or give any reference to it, they give it so much energy and power. You are just activating it. Who making more power? The benefits are power. Remember, in all this, it is the attention that activates the deity's power and energy. Obusumbia omonsomno so nyankop onipa kura ya de ne nipa mbamu ana egu ti obusumo energy o a deity o bi enipa ni su bebre no na wa powerless no matter how powerful it is eye nipa adwene onyankopompo agi nipa consent no de ayade wasase so. You are the source that powers all deities. Me pese obi ya tesasem we ase kasa bebre ni o. Say, me say, ahana yetene pa de, nobody is more powerful than you as a human being. I'm telling you. All the deities, you know, source of power. Through your worship and reverence na Jesus ye Jesus, Muhammad ye Muhammad, Krishna ye Krishna, obia ye obia, opa obia nka so wagyae som, obia mbodin biom. Na hwe. To obehu omo haban kra so so omo tare so se once na. Any deity omo nsum ni biom no. Oye powerful said den. Obeba from because nipa amfa ne consent amano wo ha. Eno ni African hye ase. Because okoto edan na se edan no osama ankora tima obeye rituals na wapam no akọ na wafa dan no edan na wo death realm ha na ende wa ha no but wona nana wawu na ono de on ende wa owo ho na obetumi aboa wo ewo unseen world no oye brun something you don't want to know eno na ye Africans ye biggest problem. Sa wo ye president, sa wo ye ohene, sa wo ye penimu, wo ye wan se nipa nante wase no mo ambra o mo ho ase anje wantum so mo be hye wase asomwa, you will come to an end. Nti power na ukita na nipa na be ma na ye powerful. Nipa so na be ma wa be hwe fom, for buo me nipa why? You name something so that anytime that thing is mentioned, the energy is activated. Nyansanie. We ain't no Christo ni bi anto ne ba Judas. Because wo to Judas be activated the editor nipa. But se wo to meet ase se ade a wo de edin a wo de to ade ne so no wo frɛ ni bi activate na anka wo de mu na ne koto wo ba no wo be hwɛ ade ko ansa wo de ato no. Just understand what you are doing. Now, is Jesus an anadromous icon? Me pese ye hwɛ ha so. Cause niyama bebre adane da ne ebutu ma ntwemu yi a ye fira ne ntoma kan nyansa kasa kan de kasa kon akasa bebuo mu aka kasa ya so natade ye banyansafo ne yesoma ne se nko ndi ade we anim ko fefi nani ase ba se se obi a fa bible no de ko direct translations ukoka omu si hey and omu akoma ina ye dark because they don't actually know what they are holding. No madane ne weapon eye nipa yie no madane ne no mu di ikum nipa ukoka no mo plot unim nyame a obe plot obi wu. Now, when the symbol of Jesus was being created into an image, most of the sponsors from the church were of certain secret society backgrounds. From the selection of the artist to the decision on the image, you can detect that it carries so much anadromous significance and imagery. Picture no. It is not painting or beautiful and handsome obroni. The ability to infuse male and female energies into an iconic Christ image was the goal of these occultic masters. Because they understood that nothing is materialized without female and male energies combining. Nti so omo chiro Yesu photo ni. So no muti we ase a. Eba ne sen na sori ho no say God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit obe nka ho. Nti obe bi entena se no nka na nu emboso e wo fie ho. Nso mu nyina mo de dem maachi. What's up? So you look at the image of Jesus Christ and you are looking at someone who is beautifully handsome. Who beautiful, no one who handsome. He is beautiful and handsome at the same time. Into the image, you know, and yes, almost sorry, yeah, no, a white Jesus. People are talking about it being a white Jesus, but they are not actually looking into that image to see, say, whenever you see anything attached to a tree, we attribute it to who? I saw anything young teacher yeti. Now, Jesus in the tree where they go so and what's the point? It's like he's a very beautiful guy or he's a very handsome woman. Which is which? Activating anadromos. And then you don't know. And many anadromos entities are ruling over our celestial planes. And I'm being catcher on. Omunya, oma beji he nyina de aboso. So omunya most of these entities are looking for ways to manifest in the physical. They don't want to lower their energy to go through the portal, but they want to manipulate and maneuver no ma befa body no ha, no ma besi su twintwan. So you will see pastors describing angels they have encountered as handsome, with beautiful hair and a long and beautiful face like a 29-year-old obroni. Angel biya ni wa ni trimi aye nkroche sasapo. Jesus in hair no mo pe na me hair we wo mpe. Ara na mpe. Untumi ntonja. Oh my God. So these are emblems of anadromous angels. So muhu ni sana na ho ofani te obema de nka ho nambare. A very, very powerful emblem that activates this ritual from a very deep occult understanding. Knowing these things will let you think about. But se wunim se niama we ya na bibia twifa wo so. Cause sometimes me to me say nkrofo intentionally omu twa ntro. And also say yen kwhwe mental illness yen taking it serious so me to me because obi to me cat ohun angel no so ni mu say. No ne ne kodi nkomo no ne kwa na angel eda hwehwe mu no okasa. I don't know whether they are lying or they are just joking. I don't get it. But ekuro so nya wo de ya. We deep occult understanding, etheric message, and yet I had no more. I will not create panic or lie to you, but our current world is attractive to millions of anadromous beings who are just hungry for human energies and emotions. Eni am akoso aya me hu se omo nhwe wiem spiritual people no omo nhwe wiem hu they are targeting the media, entertainment, lifestyle, and politics to enter our realm and express their influence over humanity. Now, when na asofo no mama mi hu say these entities na these beings ni use omo because the same God cannot say this or say onye altar of confusion. So ebeba ni say na Nyankopon be ka kire Mahama so obenwini no waka kire ba omia so obenwini. One pastor can pray for two people. Nyame na ka kire pastors ni bi so obenwini o ka kire pastors ni bi no so omunwini e na omu nyina omu guso na omu ukọ. Na me bisa me ho say nti se mu ni mama mo hint no a lot of beings wants to possess you people. So you people should check the kind of God you are talking about because who be so am say nyame benya. War in the streets, war down south, war. Ko bi so say see I say God. Amen to us. Aliens are now giving interviews. They are talking. How? They are channeling people. And yet enough. Now they have come down and I don't know where they got the language from. And they have been granting interviews, talking audibly. And you don't want to understand that. Akwalana owo nomuna on to me nkasa na ohwe wani mudi. Na aban say tua oka because oba was a condition ni mu no. You don't want to understand say these aliens are trying to build themselves in people's body. Omo ye experiment be to build themselves in people's body. Yet hey ye di agro. Na also nyame kan we na nyame kan hu chi nyame in person maybe sa we na war aba first no omo say Nyankopon or inspire people no mo chiro Bible means he cannot talk audibly. God can talk telepathically obi anim ye ni pakra na sa na ye kasa na se see language no nyame ontumi nkasa nti na odefa mo say or inspire nkrofo mo chiro ye the same thing. And na Jesus so on person okasa se mene wo according to your Bible nti na obefa ase ho na oba so da obenya kasa ni biaka when beating any of these rules. Na these aliens they omu beat rules na aha ne yete yanti se bibi be wuro obi mu po na eye adwuma ye nim because we don't want to care. Se say the omu wa ha o omu grant interview omu inspire people to write books. Into another God as na because God inspired people to write books, Quran and the Ekeke account. Now people are still writing books through alien channeling, and now the aliens are down talking to us. Omo your language nibi. Where did they get it from? When problem na ye wo no ye nhwe kokora up to now obibini da so wo ground floor ho no mo ye twitwitwitwi ba bia ye parking nkura ne cockroaches abegu wonye ready say wo be free wa pagya wo mu ne watumi ye save wo nananom wo da so te wo say Paul say na mo ko heaven be. Look around, you will see how Gen Z boys are looking more like beautiful girls and Gen Z girls are looking more handsome like boys. I don't know. No plan. And tokwa. Any yeko. Anadromous spirits are hungry for emotions. They feast on the lower chakra of our consciousness, imitating our crystals at the lowest frequencies. Me you cannot enter me because I'm not desperate to see anything to tell anybody. One day, I will do this episode I told you I will do. Now you share the womb. Africa. Senkamu operate. And I'm vibrating on a higher frequency and Kenyama bebremu. I'm telling you. Kenyama bebremu. Because you are lost. I don't know ye kitem ye nim. Ye entia se. Ye ni shallow. Ye ni literal. Ni na so na hooding. Ye ahaya. And cross brain barrier nimpo. Na deliberation ya bra manfo. I hope so one learning a lot ene. Na ye ente kasase. No mo frefra kasa ne ntoma ye nte symbols ase no mo frefra sem ade ye ya wo wi ase me ade stress me ye metu kwan akọ country amenti o mo kasa so me ntumi because wo ya ade me kai issue bi a me handle ye obi call ehin benin so okoye eduro no nte kasa no mu ye kasa ne nipa na ode ne call ne tani ni in kasa na wo nte ade a wo nte wo kasa no wo nte ase ne wo hu ba bia obedwane afa ma ye mbra fom see o madane dane nyankopon a yesu ni nyina ye nyankopon a ye ntumi mbu ne be ye ntumi nka ne kasa ko a wo nya arabian e na wo de arab kasa na wo de sum nyame e na arab kasa yi de wa chiu na wo po wo ni omu hia kora wo hwa ntumi ni omu ni nkomo because wo nte omu kasa ye ma newspaper kakra e be ye problem enya platform ni so na papa yi ba ya mesi onka 1 2 3 ko to 10 e wa arab kasa emu a obeye me fatal oye me basa oja me wa akọ yi ade ne nkoye nti say 1 2 3 mpodi ye nti ase omo graphic mpodi ye ntumi ntwro ya so ma twro kasa ko a wo mu na kita na wo kan yeku na beku ho ade na obe activate problem ni nyina ni o and Hebrew language and me spiritual Israelite ne kura ne sen last abusia dia wote ase no na utumi raise vibrations cause row a higher frequency create a lower frequency destroys. You cannot create shishi. This is the reason why Africa is suffering. Your language is being changed. And a language, matrama about Quran and the Bible, no, symbols, symbolic, parables, and a language won't take not to think of understanding their parables to explain for your use. So you are just doing literal stuff. The reason Dubai is looking like this, now they are sending animal dung, normal creative forest, and you are in a forest here in Ghana, in the Zongo. The only thing you have is 2 wives and 3 wives. Nobody hates anybody. I am saying that we should come down. Check back. Ni yenso ye kasa ye be yempa mum ye famra ye kasa ni ma scholars entwe mumu symbolism na ewo mu no no translate like Mona Lisa de so we can use it na atumi aboa ye ni ye create ye pity so we are holding on to these things as Africans and everything all the minerals we have here they call us poor. We cannot control ourselves because of this. It's either we do it and do it well to raise our frequencies so we are able to create, or we throw it away and go for what we can understand that will raise our frequencies so we are able to create to save our continent and ourselves. We are poor because of these things we are practicing. We are wicked because of these things we are practicing. We are greedy because of these things we are practicing. It has placed us on our left hemisphere. Bibia ye death realm. We cannot create shishi We are not operating from the right side for peace to rule, for wind of peace to blow here. Until ye re ye ho. She ye pese ye bua ye ho a. Either we leave it or we get into it and understand all the mysteries in the books. So we are able to raise our frequencies up. We are able to create, liberate our continent and make our lives comfortable. If not, shalom, peace.